Hey there and welcome back to Hair Romance. I'm Christina and today I've got wet hair because today's question as part of my Good Hair Q&A series is about getting a gel cast in curly hair. I've had a few questions about using gel and getting a gel cast, and I have a video about how to scrunch out the crunch. I'll get to that bit later. But I want to talk about why you would like to have a gel cast, what it actually is and how to do it. So a gel cast is a term that curly girls use for when they use a gel product to create like a hard coating on their hair. Now, why would you want to do that? It sounds pretty gross, but the reason is that it stops frizz from forming while your hair is drying. And the reason a lot of people didn't like gels for a long time, myself included, is because I thought that that hard result was awful. Like, why would you want to have hard, crispy curls? Like, that was always my idea of curly hair in the past. But once I discovered the way to use gel, which is to then wait for your hair to dry and scrunch out that gel cast, then you're left with soft, defined, beautiful curls, the curls you wanted in the first place, but you have to kind of go through this ugly step in the middle to get there. Now, the question is about forming a gel cast. That's the one I've had mainly. And the trick is to actually think about running your hands down your hair to coat your hair rather than actually just, you want to apply it more evenly. I think that is what I'm trying to say. So I'm not long out of the shower, and I have already applied a little bit of gel because I usually apply it when my hair is still quite wet in the shower. But I'm going to apply a little bit more to show you exactly what I do. Now, first tip, if you're using a towel on your hair, stop right now and grab an old t-shirt instead. I like to use, this is my old favorite t-shirt, but anything that's really soft with a smooth cotton finish is going to work best. Microfiber towels work quite well, but sometimes they absorb too much water out of my hair. So I quite like the way a t-shirt will work, and I also reuse that wet section when I'm first scrunching my curls to help them take shape, because I find that I want to still leave that moisture in my hair. I'm going to try and stand up. So yeah, I'm using the t-shirt to kind of just scrunch up a little bit like this. And then once I've taken a little bit of water out of my hair, that's when I'll apply the gel. My hair is still quite wet. Today I'm using the Diva Curl Ultra Defining Gel. This is a sample I picked up while I was in the US because it's hard to find Diva products here. Normally I like to use the Taft Mega Styling Gel. It's super cheap and it's really easy. It's a really old school product, but it works well. Now, I usually take a fair amount of gel and rub it between my hands so that I have a nice even coating on my hands. And then I use what you sometimes hear called the praying hands method, which is where you kind of bring your hands together like this and smooth it down your hair. And the reason this works well is because to get a really good gel cast, you need to actually coat the whole of your curl. And if you have a particular section like at the front here that gets quite frizzy, I'll actually even twist it and then just sort of run my gel coated hands down my hair like that. And then I'll also just, particularly the ends of my hair where, you know, it's drier and older, that will frizz a bit more. I scrunch that up just to make sure. And I don't know if you can hear, there's still quite a lot of moisture in my hair, but it's not dripping because it's actually going to stay in my hair. And that's also one of the benefits of a gel cast. It helps that moisture stay in your hair. Now I'm going to go and diffuse my hair and just wipe some of that gel off my hands. Now I'm going to go and diffuse my hair and I'll pop back to show you what the result looks like after. Now my hair's dry, and this is a bit where gel can be a little bit confusing because my hair is really crispy. The curls are kind of well defined, but they're looking a little bit weird. And this is the point where you want to scrunch out the crunch. You'll know you've got a good gel cast when your hair is sort of, I don't know if you can see this one, just very stiff and holding its shape. But when you just either scrunch it with the t-shirt, I'm just going to do it with my fingers to show you a little bit closer, but you can just brush your fingers down there, sort of just rubbing the curl, and you'll feel the gel cast start to break up. And then you're left with a much softer, more defined curl that's still going to keep its shape. I'm going to link to my full Scrunch Out the Crunch video with more tips if you're struggling with this step. But basically I either just use my diffuser or a t-shirt to just break up the curls. And then I also get my hands in and give my hair a bit of a shake. And that would just start breaking up that gel cast and leaving me with soft, defined curls. My tips for getting the best gel cast are to make sure that you're coating the hair properly with gel and actually sealing your curls. By having a patchy application of gel, you're not going to get that full cast feel. Then step 2 is to let your hair dry completely before you try and break the cast. If you try to break the cast on wet hair, you're not going to get a great result because some gel will be dry and some will still be wet. So you've got to wait till your hair's completely dry. Also, you might find a gel just works better with your hair type than another brand. And you can check if your gel is going to interfere or react with another product that you're using by mixing a little bit of them in your hand. Sometimes gel can flake or ball up. That's usually if it's an alcohol-based gel, which you probably don't want to be using with curly hair anyway because it can be a little bit drying. But the trick is just to put a little bit of your conditioner or curl cream on the palm of your hand, add a little bit of gel and mix them together. If they start to ball up, they're going to dry and react in your hair. But if they mix fine, you'll be fine to go. I hope that answered your question on how to get a gel cast. And you can ask your questions in the comments, or I'm at hairromance on social media. Over on hairromance.com, there's lots more tips and tricks for whether you've got curly or straight hair. I'll see you in my next video. Have fun with your hair. Bye.